Bam. Let's go. Let's go. We've been waiting so long. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Blueprints. It is day 13, apparently. And yesterday, last day, we found the tomb. So it seems like there's still more options outdoors for us to explore. So I definitely want to go check that out again to see if there's anything else. All right. Maybe we'll go for the tool shed for extra items so that we can spend some extra time in the house today, because I have a few things in the house that I want to take care of. Because there also have been a couple of viewers who left comments with their ideas of what we should try. So I definitely want to... There's only 2 items in here, right? 2 special items. So I definitely want to go try to track those ideas down so we can see whether you were right or you were not. Oh, it's sitting on the stone now, the little birdie. Can we chase it? Oh. Okay. Never mind. Yeah, so regarding the viewer comments, we have new ideas regarding the safe in the office room as well as the safe in the boudoir. So I would be really interested to try those out. Right now, I think the focus should just be on trying to get a couple of resources, as always in the beginning. A breaker box would be good for one of the things I want to do today. Maybe we'll get a library to order a book. So here we're getting some resources with a dead end, so that's done, which is always great. Okay, let's try to get through the foundation, kind of figuring out the left part. Garage is always nice here for the keys. Maybe we'll do a West Wing hall, because that one we can draft in the West Wing only anyways. Right? And then while we're here, we'll try to stay on a lower rank first. Maybe observatory. Yeah, sure. Oh, here the door just opened automatically. Southern Cross rooms with 4 doors are more common today. Okay. Did we add that before? I think we did. Okay, we could go down if we had whatever special key we need for that. Let's go look at that again quickly. Key card. Yeah, key does not fit. Needs a special key here. Okay. I wonder what key that is. That must be the basement key. Okay, I'd say we'll try, let's see what we can do here. Okay, no, I don't want to do that. We already have a couple dig spots here, and is that a dig spot? Maybe. So maybe if we get a code check. Really? Okay, instead of wasting keys, let's try the West Wing hall here. Okay. Oh, the garage would be good here. Although the hallway closet actually gives us 3 items, which is also really good. So maybe we'll go with hallway closet. Maybe we'll get the key card. Oh, what is that? A lucky rabbit foot. Greater chance of finding anti-items. That's a rabbit's foot, okay. A die. And the silver key. Okay, so we have the dead end here. So I would say we go entrance hallway straight. Yeah, boudoir and office would be the goal for today, as well as the dark room, because I've been told, and that's not really a spoiler, we already were in the dark room when the lights were on. Oof. Maybe we'll just put the chapel here. I don't want the archives. The weight room. We could put down the weight room, but then not use it until later. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll put down the chapel. Is there any items at the far back? I don't think so. Yeah, I have been told that in the dark room we missed something with the magnifying glass. We already were in there when the lights are on with the magnifying glass, but we only looked at one of the pictures. And there is a secret hidden in another picture, and I would have not gone back there with the magnifying glass, to be honest. So for me, it's quite alright that that I was told that information. Should we go with... I think we should go with the Nook. We need keys maybe later. More than diamonds, probably. Okay, now straight right. The Great Hall. 7 locked doors, so all of them are locked, okay. Well, we can't go weight room, there's no way. Now the Great Hall is quite interesting because it gives us locked rooms, but it takes away at least 1 key. Should we go Great Hall and then just use the key? I don't really want to use the die. This one leads to the right, yeah. So if we really wanted to go to the right, we could go here. But I also really want to be able to go straight, so... Ooh, a new cloister. Let's go with that. We have not had that before. Definitely let's go with that. The king. What does that do? A covered walk and colonnade surrounding an enclosed and seemingly inaccessible garden. Seemingly inaccessible. A solitary angelic statue in the center of the grassy patch provides this secluded court a hallowed atmosphere. Huh. Yeah, it's definitely accessible. Somehow. Right? Okay, maybe let's try to fill out the right side here first. Parlor, probably. That gives us access to the right side, which is good. A box next to this box is true. Both boxes next to this box contain gems. That's definitely false. The box next to this box contains gems. So both boxes next to this box contain gems. So it's definitely false. A box next to this box is true, which is also false. So this has to be true. A box next to this box contains gems, so this one has to contain gems. I hope so. Yes. Okay. Now we want to go straight or dead end. Dark room is pretty interesting here. Because let's go with the dark room and then we'll come back because we have the magnifying glass. We just need a breaker box to turn on the light. Let's go dark room. Oh, now this opened. Okay, interesting. Oh, code check. We could totally do code check. And then use the shovel. It's a dead end as well. Maybe we'll do that and so we don't get the dead end again. Which hat is that? Okay. Then we'll continue on the cloister. I really need a breaker box now so we can get into this dark room again. Breaker box. Yeah, utility closet. Great. That's so good. That's exactly what I wanted. That should be off. The gym should be off. The dark room should be on. Garage should be on. Good. Now we go back to the dark room. Perfect. Now we just need to find that one picture that I apparently missed. Here. Yeah, I didn't think... I kept looking for firewood, right? Because I thought this tree was chopped down, which it was. So it would have been a more interesting design choice, in my opinion, to put a piece of wood in the house somewhere. But I guess that's fine too. And yeah, I wouldn't have gone back here again to look for this. Like, to me, this was definitely on some piece of wood somewhere. So it's 11:28. 11:28. So the 28th of November is when they met, apparently. Oh. Could prove to be useful. Yeah. That was the greenhouse had the broken one, no? Greenhouse broken. Yeah, greenhouse has the broken lever. Is it the same? That is the same. Okay. Is that the same drawing? Okay. I'm very inclined to just check the cloister again quickly and then go back to that gate to make sure we have enough steps for that. Passageway here, because we could also connect to the foundation, which would be really good. Okay, now let's quickly check what we can draft everywhere here. Security is good to increase security now that we have disabled the security system. So let's do that quickly. Also gives us access to over there, which is great. Okay. We should encounter more security doors and they should all be live now. Okay, this is locked. We're not going to do that yet. here I'm probably gonna choose hallway, simply because archives gives us a terrible effect and this we can't get. Okay. Then what are we getting here? To the left would be good. Or dead end, I guess. Terrace would be good in case we would get a greenhouse. Let's just quickly get the terrace. Then we'll access it quickly to get whatever item is on here. Money, okay, cool. Cool. That means the greenhouse would now be free in case we get that, but now might not make it back to here anyways. Can't dig this up from here. Now let's go and check what's behind that door. We've been waiting so long to open that door. So hopefully there's something good. I mean, I guess there's at least that pipe behind it, right? So we can turn on a flame, I guess. That's already pretty good. Although it doesn't really do anything right now. Bam. Let's go. Let's go. We've been waiting so long. Nice. The Apple Orchard has been permanently unlocked and added to your campsite. Starting tomorrow, you will start each day with extra 20 steps. No way. Yeah, boy, that's so good. 20 steps are huge now because we continuously have not enough steps. Does this have to do with the furnace, maybe? What is this? Yeah. Wait. Sorry, I have to turn it off again quickly. That turns this on. Okay, so that's why you can turn them off, because that does something to this. Okay, that's good to know. Good that I saw that. Whatever this is. I guess that's something about the furnace, no? That gives us, that's a sun clock, gives us the time. But it almost appears as if that's less relevant because there's no numbers on it or anything, so we'll see. That's a closed off room here, okay. We keep seeing these. Aren't these for gems usually? A spade. Gardener's logbook. When I first came on the estate in the capacity of the new groundskeeper, I was a little dismayed to find that my predecessor had kept no notes, no logbook, and no record of any kind regarding the various gardens and green rooms of the house under his care. Robert Nogula, groundskeeper. As a result of this improvidence in the first few months of my post, I suffered a number of embarrassing professional blunders that I believe could have been avoided with even a few scraps of imparting wisdom from the previous groundsman. To that end, I will make an effort to make some records of my dealings on the estate, in as much as it pertains to horticulture and general tomfoolery. Tomfoolery, foolish or silly behavior. Okay, I didn't know that there was a specific word for that. Among my many commissioned duties, I have been tasked with the conservation and oversight of Mount Hawley's alluring grounds. My domain stretches from gate to gate and encompasses the Apple Orchard, Entrance Drive and East Yard. Fortunately for my workload, the maintenance of the West grounds has not been a priority since Lady Epson's death and the ensuing closure of the West Wing. Nevertheless, I take some pride in my work, so I still endeavor to brush the West Path weekly, even if none but myself take notice. In addition to maintaining the grounds, there are 8 green rooms within the house that require some level of upkeep and light groundskeeping. The majority of these, I discovered, are only draftable on the perimeter of the house along the east and west wings. The terrace, which is always on the east, the patio, which was always on the west, the veranda on the east, the morning room on the west, the greenhouse then maybe on the east again, and the secret garden all fall within this category. So the greenhouse is in the east maybe. Secret garden, because so far it has been terrace, patio, veranda, morning room, greenhouse, secret garden maybe. The soil survey. One of the first tasks I undertook as groundskeeper was to conduct a survey of the various plots of soil underneath each slot of both the east and west wings of the house. And while I would have preferred a full survey of all 45 plots of the house, it was clear that the inconvenience such an undertaking would produce was in no way worth the extra data, especially considering the rooms that would benefit from the survey only ever appear in the wings. Dude, that is literally where we need to find the greenhouse. Rich soil, barren ground. Rich soil. So we need to try to get onto these, okay? Of course they're in the higher ranks. To quantify soil quality, I measured the soil's capacity to support crop growth and maximize the promise of high yields. The survey ended up taking 2 weeks due to some difficulty reaching the higher ranks, but the project was well worth the effort. As suspected, the room position has a direct relationship to the amount of fruit spread from gardens and the amount of flowers that can bloom in a greenhouse. What? As suspected, the room position has a direct relationship to the amount of fruit spread from gardens. And the amount of flowers that can bloom in a greenhouse. So we want to prefer greenhouses up here, maybe? Smudge pots. A few years ago, the Baron made the long overdue decision to switch from gas lighting to electrical power. The installation of the new system was a substantial undertaking, as almost every room in the house had to be equipped with new fixtures and wiring. Thankfully, these renovations did not extend beyond the mansion's interior, and all the lamps and equipment used outside of the house are still connected and powered by gas line, including but not limited to the Orchard's smudge pots. Does that have to do with the furnace maybe and powering it up? The smudge pots found among the apple trees here in the orchard are a critical necessity thanks to the cool temperatures and high altitude of the estate. These gas-burning stacks heaters prevent frost and should be kept on during the winter months to ensure a daily yield of apples. When the smudge pots are not in use, the orchard's gas line should be turned off to conserve resources for the estate's other gas-powered machinery and appliances. Okay. After a few months of idleness, I finally have a new cause to champion, and I have submitted a request for a change of scenery. Specifically, I would like to replace the statue of Orindia, currently in the cloister, with the much more appropriate angel, Rena. After all, as beautiful as the statue is, should the greenery of Mount Hawley be governed by the paragon of gardening? Though amused, I do not think Annie took the request too seriously, though she did humor me and listen to me rave and pontificate on the subject for the better part of our lunch yesterday, and she wonders why I avoid tending the cloister. Truth be told, I have forgotten how to access the inner garth and am too scared of chastisement to probe for the particulars for a third time. Chastisement refers to a severe criticism, punishment, or scolding for wrongdoing. Okay. Oops. So maybe we have to go there 3 times? No. My best rendition, pretty good, considering I have only ever seen Rena's depiction in the chapel. My best rendition. A performance or interpretation, especially of a dramatic role or piece of music. The way it always recommends these movies. My best rendition. Pretty good. Considering I've only ever seen Rina's depiction in the chapel. Okay, I don't quite understand. I'll take pictures of these quickly. Yeah, the most important part definitely being this chart here. It's gonna help us to find the green house soon, hopefully. But his request has not been honored, right? Because we were just in the cloister and it did contain the king or the queen, but not her. So maybe putting her there, or something's off here. Something with a statue. Maybe something with the cloister, with the chapel. Do we have a chapel? Right. We do have a chapel. Maybe we'll go into the chapel quickly to check if we can interact with that one statue. But I think that was it for here, right? Doesn't seem to be anything else here. Can't tell. I don't think the sun moved at all. Not sure. There's nothing in these trees, right? Don't think so. Okay, well, what also happened is that we had... Yeah, see? In the workshop, there was a message about... I forgot exactly what it was named. It was something like next to 10 white things where 2 rocks are. So I thought there might be 10 of these white trees here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's only 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 here. Yeah, so I thought maybe there's 2 stones here, and there is, so... You dug up a secret floor plan. Would you like to permanently add conservatory? Adjust the rarity of the floor plans in your house. Sure. I mean, why not, right? Oh, and because we have the shovel, so we wouldn't even have been able to dig this up without the shovel. That's crazy, okay. Alright. So, I would like to go back to the chapel. We have 6 steps left. Let's quickly think about this in a minute. We have only 4 steps left. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So we could go to the chapel, then through the great hall into the cloister in case we find something, but that will be it. We can't return the shovel anymore. Okay, let's do that. Chapel, then to the right. Okay, so we need the... This is her. Can't do anything with these, right? Yeah. So this is the one he was speaking about. This is, what is it called? Rina. My best rendition, pretty good, considering I have only ever seen Rina's depiction in the chapel. Oh, now I get it. So that's his drawing. And he said that's it, the best he can do because he only ever saw her in the chapel. Yeah, okay. That is pretty accurate, right? Think so. Is there any specific detail different? I don't think so. Okay. Okay, let me wander around here for a minute. Maybe we would need to go to the tomb and activate her? Or him? Wait, who's that? That's the statue of... That's Orindia. As mentioned here. Specifically, I would like to replace the statue of Orindia. So Orindia is a person. I thought that was a place. Currently in the cloister. So that's Orindia. Doesn't really seem to be anything I can do around here. Though I'm amused, I do not think Annie took the request too seriously, though she did humor me and listen to me rave and pontificate on the subject for the better part of our lunch yesterday. I have forgotten how to access the inner goth and am too scared. For a third time. We don't have to run around 3 times, right? That would be silly. Yeah. Okay, I guess that's it. We'll end the day here. And we actually did achieve quite something today. We got a new floor plan of the conservatory, which allows us to change the rarity of rooms. Very interesting. And we also opened the orchard. We did lose the shovel though, but that's quite alright. So we'll definitely use this graph here to probe for the greenhouse from now on these specific tiles here. That is actually quite good information. I hope you had a good time today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. If you've enjoyed the series so far, feel free to leave a like at the bottom. And if you don't want to miss any future episodes of the series, then be sure to subscribe and enable the bell. Take care.